no shortage of people that need help. I mean, in the forums and so much stuff, especially the forums. The forums are just filled with people wondering what to do about so many things, and you just having a good handle on it are so leaps and bounds ahead of people. You'd be surprised of what a mission work you could do on various forums, just joining forums, joining conspiracy forums, joining Christian forums, and just having a presence in each one of those and having a particular thing that you are geared towards letting people know about.
True. It seems like everybody has a little bit of concern, but it's like they're waiting for something to happen before they really want to get involved. And it's like, well, wake up, because it's already happening.
Yeah. Are you talking about people that you know, or just people
that I know? Yeah, people that I know. Friends and associates, and it's just, they're like, what are you talking about? Oh, that's that conspiracy theory stuff.
Yeah. Well, what kind of stuff are you talking to them about?
Well, just with the economy and where we're going with religion, and what's happening with our freedoms and our rights, and just what's transpiring throughout this country, which we really don't have any, nobody's given us any insight, and nobody really has the true knowledge of what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know, I find that usually the first time or the first dozen times I try talking to people about stuff, the first time they look at me like I'm nuts. Second time they look at me like I'm seriously, like I'm stepping on their toes, and then they get more irate, and then at some point they'll start asking questions. But I mean, I don't know if you're talking about Christians or just Americans in general, but I mean, if you're talking to people that are Christians, I think that the best way to go about doing that is to find verses in the Bible talking about this kind of stuff, and ask them, what do you believe? Do you believe what the Bible says literally, or do you just, kind of just think it's a cool old book and you're just going to kind of go along with it?
True. And how do you guys feel about this gas situation that's going on? I mean, is everybody just going to blindly keep paying these enormous prices for gas, or is it finally going to come to a standstill?
I don't know. It's such a manipulative thing, and I was reading something not too long about how like the entire country was sort of built around the needing gas in a lot of ways, just this way that everything was sort of constructed and whatever, spread out cities and everything. So there's really no telling. I don't know, because of it's just hard to say. I think that you can already see a lot of stuff going out of business just because of gas right now. I mean, it seems so obvious that but the most dangerous part about all this stuff nowadays, I think, is that unless the TV decides to tell people that something is true, it might as well not be true. And so, who knows? People will continue jumping off the cliffs until the TV says not to in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
If for anyone out there that has money that you want to invest, I would look into railroads, because I've been talking to a lot of people who, I deal with like transportation at work and transportation of goods, and a lot of bigger companies are now looking to get their goods transported via railroad, which is something that we just take for granted, that we have these tracks everywhere that we drive over in our cars and stuff, and a lot of this stuff can just be switched over and moved via train. I don't necessarily know that, we have the infrastructure to move everything that we need, but a lot of this stuff can still flow. It's just a matter of whether or not we're going to be able to flow and how much impact it actually has on the economy. And you have some kind of hyperinflation scenario where you're paying, $100 for a loaf of bread or something. We are in deep trouble, but it's all speculation, really.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your call, though. And it looks like we got another one going on here.
All right.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Jeffrey, are you there?
Hey, guys.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man.
Hey.
What's
Chris?
Yeah.
FYI here, I was looking at some news, and Spielberg is making a Facebook for UFO abductees.
Oh, great.
It's called The Rising.
Oh, wow, that's nice. That's just great.
I'll send you the link.
Oh, well, it's him. It's like, is he got like a movie coming out or something about it or something?
No, it just says it says Steven Spielberg's taking his fixation with aliens and ghosts to a whole new level. It says he's mega director is creating a new social network called The Rising.
Yeah, I read he was going to do that a while back. It's going to be like pretty much like a MySpace social network for people who have had different alien encounters and whatnot.
Right, I can't think of any way to say The Rising would be in any context. I'm trying to think of what they could mean, except for we're creating some kind of Superman and everything is great. Let's just do everything like Nazi Germany, whatever. I don't know. But that's just crazy. But, you know, I mean, it's a little close to home just going through all that stuff today, the last few days, just alien abduction this and listening to everybody about their alien abduction and sleep paralysis episodes and just being so sure. In every case, you know, these people didn't know that a lot of them don't know what's going on. They only know they want it to stop and they're getting tortured and it's awful. And it's so obvious that it's, you know, spiritual, and it has all these spiritual indications, and they'll mention something about it, and they're like, you know, this almost seems like, you know, not that I believe anything like that. I mean, it's just like, wow, how obvious could this be? And so every time you hear about this kind of thing, it just makes me mad, because I really want to, I don't know, I just want to, those people are suffering so much, and they don't have to. They just need to know about it. So, and one thing, you know, like, people could just go out there to all the people on YouTube that are having sleep paralysis, or go to these people that are claiming to have alien abductions, and to get to those people and witness to them, because, look, they're looking for anybody to tell them what's up. Please, somebody help me, you know. So, so I mean, I think that most of the listeners to our shows have some pretty solid advice for those people, and it really will be the only advice that's gonna save them. And in the process, you've created another person to do the same to somebody else just like them.
Exactly.
So, but anyway, yeah, that's good info, Jeff.
Yeah, Frank, did you? I saw you read that article on the Aleister Crowley movie.
Yeah, that's something, you know. You know, he really needs to be brought back in a motion picture form, because he was just such a wonderful guy.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Who was doing it? The singer from Iron Maiden.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Someone else. Yeah, I don't know if you know about this, Chris, but or anybody else, but they're basically making a movie. I guess it's coming out sometime this summer about, I don't know, some kind of science experiment that goes wrong or something, and Aleister Crowley is basically brought back to life to live now and get all the chicks.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, that science experiment really did go wrong. It's just really interesting. I mean, it's so perplexing to me, this status that he's attained from people that know good and well about all these connections that he has, you know, and not just connections in, like, I don't know, like any particular New World Order thing, but like the whole, what we know about the New World Order religion. It's like, come on, guys, that's exactly, I don't know, it's such crazy Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things where people, I don't know, you go back, and you can go back into books from hundreds of years ago where, for whatever reason, and I know that a lot of this is blamed on Paradise Lost, but you have like the Satan character just romanticized, and you have that whole flip-flop of you know, people just being really attracted to the evil, you know, to the power, and it feels good. I want to do it. I want to, you know, I just want to live high on the hog. And yeah, Crowley was just such a disgusting human being, and I use that term loosely with him. And it's just really pathetic how much of popular culture today is just steeped in what and who he was. I mean, you hear people talk about this being a beast system. Well, a good deal of what we know today is just pop culture is totally immersed in the beast himself. You know, it's just, hey, yeah, he's the beast. I watched that trailer, man. It was something else. I don't know. That movie's going to have a huge cult following. Monetarily speaking, I'm sure that will more than make back whatever they spent to make it. But I mean, what a load of I don't know. Just not what we really need right now in this time. People just being reintroduced to him.
And, you know, I think in one respect it's like I can see where they're coming from because of the same kind of aspects of the spiritual nature of everything. Like, it seems like the more that I go towards God, the more I want the things of God, and, you know, really it seems like I'm drawn towards his things. I was reading this experience today of a guy who, you know, had this life of kind of dealing with these entities, you know, even since he was a little kid, you know, little things happening here and there, and he would slowly started dabbling in very light kind of things, and over the course of his life, it started developing into the part, and then he like later became like lusting after human blood, and he couldn't, you know, he got into a lot of different things like that, and it just kept progressing. The more that he would get into it, the more he would want, and that's what they are. That's the nature of this spiritual thing. The more you give, the more they're going to take, and the more that you're going to want it. And so, that's weird. But, yeah, so I mean, I see where people can like Crowley, and that is because they're on some level, you know, feel drawn to the things of Satan.
I think Frank nailed it by saying it's a way to reintroduce him.
Yeah, that's yeah. Well, that's true too. It's definitely going to help with that. And you've got a whole bunch of people that have just realized with all the Harry Potter madness that they too can have real power, and that there's real actual power up there, you know, for the getting. And here's a guy who was trying to teach us how we could be powerful, and so, you know, probably is just like that.
It's just a mess. I mean, we have so much just total, you know, I don't want to get into like mind control type stuff going on here, but, you know, like Harry Potter and everything else, it's just all about bringing that I can somehow attain this power to the forefront, and it's just a totally dangerous thing, and there are you know, lots of really well-intentioned people out there that would definitely bite at the chance to have some kind of a supernatural experience, let alone a supernatural power. You know, people wonder what's after, you know, what comes after death. You know, if you have some kind of a supernatural experience and there's spirit beings and, you know, you're communicating through a medium with a dead relative or something, well, it's set up to make you feel better. You know, you're gonna have a sense of relief. You're gonna have a sense of I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Just making a connection with the understanding that there is something beyond all this. I mean, we've been so brainwashed by science for so long that there is no spiritual realm around us. And I really think that with that CERN thing they're doing underground in Switzerland and all, with the string theory and whatnot, we're probably very close to uncovering something in another, what we would probably perceive to be some kind of a spiritual dimension very, very shortly. And I'll stop rambling.
I'll let you guys go. I just want to say thanks again and keep up the good work.
Yeah, thanks, Trevor.
Hey, no problem, man. Thanks for calling.
All right, bye.
Bye.
And, you know, one thing that's really, that I really, just really ticks me off about these, as I've been, again, looking into a lot of these experiences that people have, and the one that thing that keeps ticking me off is the level of deceit that these things are giving to these people. They're always doing just enough to